Tight End University is back in session for the fourth year, JD. And Travis Kelce had some good stuff to say about the tight end position. And I honestly, when I heard it, I was like, this is perfect content for the show, and I have to have JD react to it. So this is Travis Kelce talking about why he loves the tight end position.
The biggest thing I wanted to let all the tight ends here know is that we do have the best position on the field. It is the best. And it's the best because we're all in open arms. We're all the most relatable guys. We're all the plumber, the utility guy, the landscaper, the electrician. You need a guy, we are the guy. And that's why I love playing tight end. So if you guys are here, don't be afraid, man. Don't be afraid to have a beer. Don't be afraid to shake a hand and ask a question and ask your fellow guys across the league what they saw on a certain route or what they think about going into a game, man. That's why we're here. We're here to get better, and we're here to have a good-ass time, baby. So fire the up! Woo! Thank you all. Have a great night. See you. All right, man.
Love it. I love it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What did you make of it? I just thought that was wholesome content for our show with you, a tight end, and we have tight end alums on the show, and it's like hearing that. And I've heard elements of you talk about this before, how tight end is much more than just a standard position like that. But kind of talk about what you heard and what Travis describing the position like that.
Oh, man, he was spot on with everything. I mean, look, he said, we are the guy, and we are. We are the utility guys. We are the guys that kind of do it all. We got to know everything on the offense. We got to know the blocking scheme, the passing scheme, the run blocking. We know it's just as much as the quarterback, if not more, as far as like scheme-wise of doing things. And so if you're in the pinch, the guy you look for is the tight end. Like you said, the plumber or the electrician or, somebody, the landscaper, somebody that's going to come in on the clutch. He's going to be your guy. This is somebody like, I don't know, Arnold Schwarzenegger comes in saving a day, right? Or Jason Statham or Vin Diesel. How about that, right? Well, The Rock comes in. And these guys, man, what we do, man, we kind of take care of it all. We are the jack of all trades, and I'll say master of many is what I want to say, okay? And we get to know everybody. We kind of meet. We know the offensive linemen. We're cool with them. We're cool with the wide receivers. We're cool with the running backs. We're cool with the quarterbacks. We're cool with the defense, linebackers, corner safeties. Like, that's kind of our world. We are like, if any group in the locker room could gel with anyone, it would be the tight ends. That's where I look at it. I mean, I look at my feed now when I'm talking to my guys, and I got everybody on the DBs, O-line, running backs. I got all those guys on there. And sometimes those guys in those positions are very particular. They kind of stay within their own. DBs usually stay within the DBs, right? They go hang out with each other. But, we got enough of the pizzazz and a little bit of like that swag and the coolness about us that, we right in there with them. Okay, there's no denying that, none whatsoever. We don't want to keep the party going like Travis is showing right there, like George Kittle is showing right there. We the ones, man, to bring some of the excitement. And so I agree with him 100%. That's how we've always known tight ends to be. And so that, I do believe, is one of the greatest positions on the field. Now, I do believe we need to be paid as such. I don't think they look at it and value the position until, these past couple of years, the way that they should. So you start looking at the production of some of these guys, man. There's no reason these guys shouldn't be up there in the top of echelon about being paid. So a great tight end on the team, man, is a problem. It is an absolute problem, man. So I agree with everything Travis said, man. I really do. I really do. So.
Yeah, so eloquently put too, the way he kind of like he kind of let you know it's like the realest position on the field. Like, it's like that. It's that guy. It's like we are the guy. You need a guy. We're that guy that will do it for you. And it's true. Like I mean, especially with our team, we got tight ends doing QB sneaks and whatnot. You know, it's like toughest player on the field. You know, because and what you've talked about too, it's not only that, but you have to know literally everything. You got to know everything, the blocking assignments, the routes. You know, it's
Pass
calling out
protection. Yeah.
everything.
Yes. Motions. All. I mean, we need to know it all of. I seen somebody that was talking about the other day. Um, I guess they showed like a video of John Gruden giving a play call to a quarterback, and the quarterback kept messing it up. And so the guy was trying to explain oh, all you had to do was listen to what you had to do, and then you can leave the huddle. And I'm just like, no. That's not how it works. For tight end, we got to know all of it. We got to know exactly what the formation. We got to know what the motion is. We know what the shift is. We got to know what the pass protection is. We got to know what the play is. And so we had to know all of it. We got to hear all those things. So the guy I was just like, politely disagreed. And I'm just like, look, I played under Gruden. I know exactly what he said, and it's pretty much the same. So no, we got to know it all. We got to know it all. But yeah, no doubt about it, man. We tight ends, man. We stick together, but we could absolutely gel with anybody. Gel with anybody, man. That's how we are. That's who we are. So
Your thoughts on coming? We talked about this when this was the thing like 4 years ago when it first started. I mean, your thoughts on this thing kind of like being what it is now. It's it's the annual event now. I mean,
yeah.
And I believe was it Dak Prescott there? I think like a big time quarterback was there throwing passes with the tight ends too. They had one of the top
This
guys
past year.
This year, yeah, the one this week.
Oh, okay.
It's become this huge thing.
Yeah, I didn't get to see any of it. I'm this right here. I was obviously I'm kind of off Twitter a little bit, floating around Father's Day weekend, all of that, enjoying the time.
It's the off season.
It's off season, man. So yeah, take care of yourself. But that's good to hear. But you got to have a solid guy throwing the balls to you. But nah, man, this tight end you was a brilliant thing to put together between him and
Kittle and Greg Olsen.
Yeah. So I think, man, it was a wonderful thing, especially for young guys coming in. And this was what I was kind of I was alluding to, was saying it. Somebody was talking about this earlier. I think I was trying to read this. Somebody said Kelce sure is changing the tight end position. They're doing things a lot better than what we were doing, of course, like getting these guys together. Like that man, we should have been doing things like that. But you know how he was talking about like in the NBA, like his guys are all friends off the field. And we just, the social media has opened up the door for guys just to be a little bit more available to one another, to come see you, come work together, which is a beautiful thing. But I wish we had it back in the day, man. That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome. We could have been talking about contractual talks back then. And so I'm glad they're doing it now because it was past due, man. But who could have did it better than, Travis Kelce, George Kittle, and those guys, right? Putting it together. So
I got a few questions from the chat to you, JD. One was from our guy, Pono Kawaii. Hey, Jason, at what point did Travis surpass Tony G's accolades in your mind?
He hasn't. Pono, he hasn't. He's well on his way. If anybody's nipping at the heels, is Travis. Travis is there. He has stamped out like a whole different category with tight ends on what he does. What he has done is he has expanded it, right, to the things that tight ends do, which I'm very appreciative of. And so some of the accolades that he has, because he's been so vital in our offense and the thing he's just been able to do, man, has been incredible. Accolades, man, TG still's got, Travis in a couple of categories, a few categories. And it's all going to see if Travis plays enough years to surpass all the things that Tony has done. But, man, these guys are, shoot. I always say, man, these two are the best tight ends ever played a game. So Travis still got a little bit more work to do, man, to surpass Tony. Obviously, the Super Bowl rings is you got to consider that. the 1,000 yards every year that he's been able to get, the catches and whatnot. But also, too, in the context, I understand it's a different offense. It's a different type of way that you play the game now than when we played it. And so I don't want people to miss that, because I think sometimes when you do that, nobody takes in the context of the whole picture. Shoot, our boy, man, Lance don't do that. Travis, I'm like, shoot, Travis is a bad boy, but I think we keep forgetting with TG the things that he was able to do. Like, single-handedly what he was able to do out there on the field.
With TG's, the offense, it's entirely different, right? The offense is just today in general. Continuity at the quarterback position, outside with those 3 or 4 years with Trent, and then those few years with Matt Ryan, he had quarterback carousel for much of his career. So you never had continuity. Just the offenses were totally different. So you can't. It's tough to compare the now stuff versus the back in the day stuff. I hate when people get to that comparison stuff. As Chief fans, it's awesome that we were able to witness Tony G for as long as we did, and Jason Dunn, and also as well as being able to see what Travis Kelce has become and what he is now on this team. So we're a lucky fan base to have that. Packers have to go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love potentially. We have that, but from the tight end position.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And I think you get into it, having people slice it for how they feel about Tony and Travis, being one or two. How they change it? I say we always have the best tight ends that ever played the game. However you took it. But my thing is, when I look at like TG had 83 catches his last year in the league, 17 years. He had 83 catches. Could have probably caught more. So that's those things, and I think he only missed one game. Yeah, Tony only missed one game his entire career.
Iron Man.
One. Man, look, Jogo's a machine. People understand, man, when I'm telling you, like, a machine could work out, play, come out there, would never get tired. TG had it about him. I watched it firsthand. That's why I'm sitting there like, look, if people don't understand, I understand, because I watched this Joker. Yeah. Mark Bavaro, another good tight end, man. There's some great tight ends in the days. Great tight ends. Keith Jackson. Shoot, you want to talk about my brother Ben up there in New England. Trying to think, man, who Eric Green, Pittsburgh. Man, we could go on and on just naming tight ends, man. Just back in the day, right? Kellen Winslow Sr., who Al Saunders believes is still the greatest tight end ever to play the game, right? So you had different camps of people who believe in certain things. Yeah, and then of course people want to throw in Gronk. Oh, Gronk is the greatest, and all. People have their own opinion about it. That's what they're gonna do. And look, hey man, how you feel is how you feel, right? Yep. So
we got a question from Kathy. JD, not a lot of talk on Noah Gray. He's a solid tight end. Your thoughts?
You know what, Kathy? It's a really good question. Very interesting. Noah Gray is such a solid tight end, a solid dude, that when you're not talking about him, that's probably a good thing, because he's solidified. That's why when you call him a solid tight end, they know they can hang a hat on a Noah Gray. He'll know everything that you need to do on the offense. He's a guy that could come in, like we was talking about before, Johnny on the spot. He could come block. He could be in the backfield. He could be in the slot. He could be on the outside. Noah Gray could do it all. But he's been a solid guy for us ever since he got here. I told you, I wanted Noah Gray when he came out of college. I thought it was a great pick for us. So, he does a great job, man. He does a great job. Now, obviously, we know, with Jared coming in, there's going to be some things that he's going to get. We know he's going to get some looks in the red zone. Irv Smith is another guy. So we got 4 legitimate tight ends, good tight ends. And barring that none of these guys get hurt, I think you try to at least, Illy Beeman. I think you try to keep all 4. I do. Especially if you're not going to keep, like you said, the fullback. You're not going to do a Carson Steele. Then you keep a Noah Gray. You keep a Irv Smith. Okay? Those guys can still give you those things. Carson still gives you the he can run the football. We know that. So pass blocking from the backfield, the tight ends can necessarily do. Jack of all trades, we can do all those things. Noah has that ability about him. No question about it. Mike Dicker, I didn't name him. Newt, there's too many tight ends to name, brother. There's too many tight ends to name. I'm not leaving anybody out. I don't want to disrespect anybody from doing that. So.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.